Here we go. Here we go. Oh, fingers crossed. We have no problems today, right? All right, let's see. Let me see if I can find us. I'm Amanda with Grammy's Craft Boutique. How's everybody doing? It's so weird that sometimes it's just the first thing that pops up, the live, and then other times I can't find us. Grammy's here. Hi. Hi, Gail. Hello, hello. Well, oh no. Tapped on the wrong thing. There we are. Had to look to see what shirt I was wearing. Found us. Grammy's here. Gail's here. Teresa's here. Jessica's here. Peggy's here. For those of you who have won prizes so far, you're in the mail. But if anyone sees Georgie pop in, I still need her address. Thank you, Peggy. Zoo Lily. And I've been creeping on Zoo Lily quite a bit because I really enjoyed making this bunny on a candlestick. So now I want to do all the candlesticks. In fact, I'm going to need to move her because I need to get to my glue and I don't want to get glue on her. So Grammy's at home. I think I gave her a head cold. I keep my house so cold, and with the lights on me, I get warm, so I always have the ceiling fan on. And she's at home with a stuffy head, so she's going to be home for a few days, few days, till she feels better. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so much. So, we're doing our March into Spring live marathon that's been interrupted a couple times. Once by technology. Well, twice by technology. Yesterday, though, I was taking my nephew to the neurologist. So, he's doing really well. He's just a teenager. And, we worry about him being so quiet now. And, Grammy, you're making destabilization boxes. I think Grammy means de-stash boxes. Rosario's flying solo today. Horrible headache or backache. Oh, that's the worst. Happy to see you too. Happy to see all of you. Thanks for keeping me company while Grammy's at home making destabilization boxes, which is also known as de-stash boxes. So, anyway, the main concern right now is that Landon's losing weight, but he's growing. I still call him my little buddy, but he's almost my height. He's almost 5'7", and he's growing, but he's losing weight. So, we talked about that, but it was nice. I got a little bit of time to chat just one-on-one with him while we were in the car. Hi, Jan. Hello. Hi, everybody. So just a reminder, at the end of the live, I do a random comment picker to pick an attendance prize for somebody who was on the live today. Then tomorrow, we draw a name for someone who blessed or sprinkled the live today. And autocorrect is ruining my mom's life right now. Oh, that's so funny. Hi, June. Hi, everybody. So that's what we're doing for prizes, but don't forget to go to our Facebook page and sign up for the big contest, because at the end of the March into Spring Marathon, we're going to pick a grand prize winner, but you have to enter through the King Sumo link that I have on my page. I have it pinned to the top so you don't have to scroll all the way through. The other thing is we were invited to be a part of the Bunny Parade live marathon this weekend. Our time slot is 7 p.m. Central Time Saturday, but you have to ask to join the Holidays Designers Circle group. I have posted that on our Facebook page as well. It's a super, super nice, supportive, positive group of people. Cindy Sarko, I believe is her last name. She's, that's her page, her group. She does a great job with it. And all of us that are going to be presenters in the live marathon have to use the 16-inch flocked bunny from Walmart. So we're going to see all different kinds of fun projects with that bunny. Hi, Marty. How are you doing? Nita's here. Hi. And we have a first timer. Hi, Pat. Hi, Pat. Welcome. This is Grammy's Craft Boutique. And today I'm doing a favor for a friend, Colleen. Colleen has been with us a long time, and she purchased one of these grapevine shamrocks from us. I'm going to come in real close because it's hard to see, but this is darling. It's a beautiful St. Pats green, and it has little gold, little tiny dots, like little Swiss dots. It's really cute. So she asked me, she said, I have the grapevine, I have a bow, I want to add some greenery, but I don't want to mess it up. And I said, no problem. We'll just do this on one of our lives. So, hi, Janet. So happy to see you. Since I wasn't on yesterday, I didn't get a chance to announce the person who won for blessing or sprinkling our live from, I'm getting so confused. Is today Wednesday? So Monday, I don't know, Janet Eisenberg. So we're going to be sending you a prize. And I have your name written down, right? Janet Eisenberg sprinkled. Okay, perfect. Hi, Fonda. Hi, everybody. So I want to make a fun bow for this shamrock. And also, since we're trying to do a live every day in March, I am asking for everybody's thoughts and opinions, because Mom and I are open to any advice. I've worked with the lighting in here, and I've worked with camera angles. I've changed it a couple times. So just, let me know if you can see and hear okay. I want to get it to where you guys can can see and hear me really well. It's all an experiment, right? Oh, Janet. Well, her name looked really familiar, so I guess I just assumed we had it. But if we don't have your address, Janet, email it to info@grammyscraftboutique.com. Mom just reminded me. And Tree is on here. She's with Showstopper Designs. She's giving us the link to the Holidays Designers Circle group. Thank you. Thank you for that. So I just grabbed some of my 1.5 inch that I like. I want to bring a little bit of gold into the bow. And I love that argyle. So I'm just going to make a fun bow with some 1.5 inch. and get my scissors. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Tree, for putting that link in there. Sometime this month, you guys, I'm going to be using a couple things that we got from Tree in her shop, Showstopper Designs. And she has some really cute things. So I'll be letting you know on which days I'm using stuff from her shop. So I just came out for about a 7-inch tail. And I'm going to go about 5.5 inches with this green and gold stripe and green, gold, and white. So part of the reason that I've been really asking you guys to give me feedback on, lighting and camera angles and all that kind of good stuff is because I have a couple tutorials on Etsy that you can buy. They're bow making tutorials, but I'm wanting to do more tutorials because people have asked me, like, can you do one really slow, step by step, when you do a grapevine or a mesh wreath. So that's why I've been really trying to get this set up the best way possible to show show exactly what I'm doing. So I'm doing 2 loops on each side. This last loop, you don't need to twist. You're just going to scrunch. Oh, I do. I've been wearing a little tiny rose gold band on my wedding ring finger. I don't know if I told you guys that I lost a diamond out of my my wedding set right before Scott and I left for Vegas. And I got so upset. So when I'm crafting or working in the shop, I've been wearing just my little gold band, but I forgot that I had this on. I wore it to the doctor yesterday when I took Landon. So we've got 2 loops on each side. We have one tail going up, one tail going down. And I think next I want to do this one that has the little shamrocks. Fortunately, Scott got all of my rings at Shane Company in St. Louis. I think Shane Company is a chain. I don't know where they have other jewelry stores, but as long as you take your ring twice a year to have it cleaned and checked, then no questions asked. They will replace any stones or do any repairs. So we're going to go up and to the left with this tail. So yeah, I did get the stone replaced, and it was no problem. But the jeweler did tell me, it was funny. She came back and she said I cleaned it to get it ready for the jeweler to work on, and I'm just curious, what do you do for work? And I said, well, for my whole life I've been a pharmacist, but I said now I have a craft business and I sell craft supplies, and I make home decor items. And she said, oh, well, that makes sense because your ring was full of glue. And I said, oh dear. Yeah, that would have been my ring. And so she told me, she said, don't wear your ring when you're crafting or, unpacking boxes. Or she also told me not to wear it when I'm sleeping. I'm like, well, when can I wear this thing? But she said, I hope I'm not missing a lot of comments. I know I saw Peggy's here. Alyssa, hi. I hope I haven't haven't missed any comments, but Grammy's in there. She told me not to wear my ring when I'm sleeping. She said, women lose a lot of small stones, especially when they get caught on a thread on your pillow or your sheets. So I said, oh, okay, well, I won't do that either, I guess. But when can I wear this blasted thing? So I did 2 on each side of the shamrocks, one tail coming down to the right, one up to the left, and we just kind of alternate. I'm going to come in with this gold. It's just a real light gold shimmer. I think this was even from a retail store. I think this might have been from Michael's. Yeah, I know. Jessica and Teresa both say they leave theirs on all the time. I hadn't taken mine off since we got married, and I guess I did a number on it, but I do have a tendency to be kind of, well, I'm not a super delicate person. I get that from my grandma Gudak. She was kind of a bull in a china shop. So I'm just coming down a little bit to like 5 inches with this gold. And I'm just going to do 1 loop on each side. I have always tried to take off my jewelry at night anyway, because it is not comfortable. Down to 5. And then we're going to scrunch. Yeah, yours is full of glitter. It was just funny because she came out of the back room where they clean the jewelry and stuff, and she goes, what do you do for a living? And my first thought was, well, I mean, for 25 years I was a retail pharmacist, and there's not a lot of I mean, every once in a while I'd have to open up boxes for the orders or something, but for the most part you're not going to be wrecking your jewelry. So I was like, oh well, I have a craft shop now. So and then we're going to do some of this really cute argyle. Thanks, Gail. This one's fun. I don't remember where I got this one, and I haven't found it again, but I'm just using up some of my partial rolls that are almost empty. I'm still going out to 7 inches for the tail, and I'm going to come down and to the left with that tail. Yeah, so that was actually really good. All my jewelry that Scott gets me from the Shane Company, I make sure I take and I get cleaned and checked twice a year. Because as long as you do that, your jewelry's covered. But I have some jewelry that I think I need to have appraised and insured. Because I have a couple pieces that my Mimi gave me. I know when I graduated from high school, she gave me a necklace. And when I graduated from college, she gave me a ring. They were both hers. So they're not just valuable, they're very meaningful. So I don't want anything to happen to them, but I think I probably need to see about getting that stuff insured. Although Mom, I'm missing some comments. Oh, yeah, Tree had to remove hers for surgery. Oh, I don't know, Shelly. I just remember when my dad when he used to have to dress up for work, we always got him Argyle socks. I don't know. I think that's the right terminology, but I used to love picking out my dad's work outfits because I'd go shopping with my mom and both my grandmas, and we'd pick out his dress slacks, his dress shirt, and his tie and his socks. And I don't know why, but I just always enjoyed putting his outfits together. But toward the end of his, his career changed a lot over the years. He retired as a mechanical engineer for the oil and gas industry. But at some point, I guess they got more casual and he was in the plant more. So we didn't have to find dress clothes for him anymore. And Scott kind of went through the same thing. My husband, he has a ton of ties from a job he used to have way before he was with Express Scripts. And he's like, what do I do with all these ties? And I'm like, I honestly don't know, because I don't know that men have to dress up for work anymore. I'm going around with my zip tie while it's still on my bow maker, just to get the zip tie started. Give it a little zip. And then I'll take it off, turn my zip tie to the back. I've got my thumb on the middle front, my 2 fingers on either side, and then I'm going to start tightening it up. Hi, Carol. How are you? Ooh, Lois is going into Hobby Lobby right now. I'm going to put this second zip tie through here and then finish tightening it down. Yeah, I know. Scott and I were joking about how many ties that him and my dad have had over the years. And I'm like, there's got to be somebody somewhere that makes quilts or something. I mean, we donate a lot to the veterans. So I always think, okay, well, there's probably men that need, dress clothes for in job interviews or something. But and of course, I think I've told you guys repeatedly that my husband saves everything. He's a collector. A collector of all things sports memorabilia, music memorabilia. Of course, he sells vinyl records on the side. That's his side gig. He loves music and sports. But he also likes to collect coins and baseball cards, because apparently we're still 6 years old. So, oh, yeah, Mom said, I don't think anyone dresses up for anything anymore. Oh, Shelly said that you can have a quilt made out of them. Yeah, I agree, Carol. There's got to be something that you can do with those. Teresa took Cloyd's to the Salvation Army. Tree's been cleaning out her closet. Oh, yeah. 10 plus large gallon bags full of business clothes. Isn't that crazy? Oh, hi, Teddy. Teddy's looking for me because he can hear me. Hi, little Tedster. Oh, that's a good idea. You know what? I tried this. This kind of made me mad. I tried to donate a whole bunch of women's clothes to this place in a town not far. They said it's helps women that have gotten out of dangerous relationships, or it's just a place that helps women and children. So I thought, oh, okay, they probably need stuff like clothes for interviews or new jobs, or whatever. So I called this place and they were like, we're not taking any donations right now, we have too much. And I was like, oh, well, okay. I mean, you're trying to help. So I had said earlier that I was making this video for my friend Colleen because she bought this grapevine from us and she already has a bow. So she wanted me to show her how to put this together. She was afraid she was going to mess it up, and I told her there's no such thing. So I cut a little piece of foam, but I'm thinking, I'm just looking at where I want to put this, because I want to still have his little stem, and you want to see the shape of the shamrock. So I think I'm going to put the bow here. So my foam is going to go right here after the first bump, this little V here. I'm going to put the foam right under that, and I'm going to secure it a couple different ways. I'm going to get out one of my floral pins. I'm going to dip this in glue first. I'm just dipping it in my little glue pot back here. And I'm going to press it against that grapevine. Give it a wiggle so you make sure that you're up against that grapevine and it starts catching. And then I'm going to dip this floral pin in glue, and I'm going to go through the grapevine and catch that foam for just a little extra security. Maybe this grapevine actually is pretty good. Some of these are loosey-goosey. Oh, thanks, Jessica. Oh, a hobo bag. Like weave it back and forth. And that would be cute. Jack is, he's snoozing. He's just snoozing. You know what? I put a zip tie in there, and I really wanted to put a floral pin, but we were chatting. So let me see if I can slide this floral pin in here next to the zip tie. You guys, I scared myself the other night. I couldn't sleep. I was up. Yeah, we got it in there. So I'm just going to dip that in some glue and pop it into our foam. I'm going to trim it though so it doesn't go through the back. So what was I telling you? Oh, I couldn't sleep. So I found a book online. I thought, well, I'll just read for a few minutes. I found this book about this FBI agent trying to catch these serial killers. I read the whole book, you guys, from like 2 o'clock in the morning until like 6 or 6:30 in the morning. So dip that in there, and I'm going into the foam. And I'm not going to shape it right now. I'm going to let it set up. Tree, mine doesn't. I have this Sure Bonder it's the small lime green Surebonder glue pot, and it has a temperature dial on it, so I keep it pretty low. So I'm letting that set up, and then we can fluff out our bow again. And see, I think that looks cute even before we add anything else, because it's standing away from, it's not like smashed into the grapevine. It's up a little bit with that block of foam. But of course we're going to add some greenery, because she said she just wanted me to show her how to attach the bow and some greenery. So I have, what do I have? Starting to accumulate a lot of stuff in here. So I think I'm gonna use this mixed foliage that we used the other day. We used a little bit of it in the bunny that was on the candlestick. Thank you, Shelly. And this little piece fell off. I don't get rid of anything. I'll either find out where that piece came from, or I'll pop it in to the bow to give it a little extra. So I'm separating. I love mixed foliage. You can find mixed foliage, makes you look like a champ. Takes away some of the guesswork when you're putting greenery together. Hi, Rhonda, how are you? We have this one's not from our shop, but we have a mixed foliage in our shop that has twigs, and I'm obsessed with it because I love twigs. So I'm pushing this up a little bit, making it a little bit more full up here, and then giving me more stem. How's Rhonda doing? Oh yeah, that ladybug wreath you made was darling. So just some reminders. Make sure you get entered into our big prize giveaway. That's going to be the end of the month, and it's going to be $200 worth of stuff. So to enter that one, though, you have to go to our link on our Facebook page. It's a King Sumo. But you've got all kinds of options. You can share your email address with us, or you can watch some of our YouTube videos, or if you don't follow us yet on Facebook. Oh, I said the F word, didn't I? Yikes. See, there's words you're not supposed to say when, I don't know, all these rules. So if you don't already, FOLLOW, then, whatever information you're comfortable sharing. We like to have email addresses so we can reach out when there's something special, special event, sale, something like that. But you could also just watch some of our YouTube videos to get some points. So I'm coming out up and to the right, and then down and to the right. And I'm going into the foam at an angle. And I push these in first. get my opening going in the foam, and then I glue it. So I'm not putting a ton of pressure on this foam. I mean, I truly don't think it's going anywhere because I've got it glued and I've got it floral pinned, but I have been known to manhandle a project, and so we've got some greenery started. And I'm going to push these sections up a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, I found this new author. The book was about a new FBI agent, and she was following these serial killers. And by morning, I had finished the book. Of course, didn't get a wink of sleep, and I had scared the bejesus out of myself. And not to speak ill of my husband, but it was his fault because he came home late, and he does this thing where he taps me on the shoulder and is like, "Are you awake?" No, I'm not. If I was awake, would my eyes be closed? So so he woke me up because he gets excited and he wants to tell me how his poker game went and everything. But then I was wide awake. Now, Colleen is at work today, but I'm gonna tell her because she's the one that I was doing this live for, because she's gonna watch the replay. There is no specific recipe for decorating these cute grapevine shapes. Some people like to go right smack in the middle. Some people would do the stem on the shamrock. I came over to the right and I started after the first bump. There's no rules, but you want some balance. I'm going just around the outside because I really like this fabric, this green, and it's got little gold dots on it. I want that to show. Now I'm going in between these two, but up a little higher. Grammy says that I wouldn't have read that years ago when I was by myself. That's absolutely true. Shelley doesn't like reading scary books. I don't either. I don't like scary movies. I don't like horror movies. There's something about reading. I like suspense. I don't want it to get too gory. But I shared a room with my grandma, Mimi, for years. And so I didn't have to be scared at night because we had twin beds and there was a table in between us, and we would have our reading lamp on, and we would both read until we fell asleep. Well, sometimes we would read all night, and I would read some scary, suspenseful stuff, but I never have liked the horror movie genre. Not the way my mom loves it. And Landon's just like her. The gorier, the better. And I'm going in between these two, but up higher. So for me on this one, I just wanted to decorate. I wanted a really fun bow with lots of loops and tails. And then I wanted some greenery coming out that one side. So some people would go on both sides, but I didn't want to take too much away from the shamrock shape and this really cute fabric. So that's why I was sticking to just out here. So I'm keeping these little pieces that jumped off because I might add those into the bow. Yeah, Grammy and Landon love them some scary stuff. I, however, do not, and I will never forget the time that Mom and Mimi and I went to the show, and I wasn't a little kid. I mean, I'm talking, I don't know what year Silence of the Lambs came out, but I'd probably be embarrassed to look it up and find out that I was like 18 or something, because I had like a horrible fit of anxiety at the movie theater because Mom said, we're going to go see Silence of the Lambs. And I was like, I can't. And I said, I'm going to go see something else. And she was like, no, you're not. I'm not going to let you sit in a movie theater by yourself. And I'm like, but you're going to traumatize me for life and make me go see Silence of the Lambs? So I think I was young enough that she didn't want me in a movie theater by myself, but I was old enough to not be such a baby. But yeah, I think there were probably teenage tears involved because I was like, you can't make me go see that scary movie. Oh, thanks, Tree. Uh-oh. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta see what's going on. Hey, Mom. Do you have Mary Ann's phone number? Can you text her and tell her that I'm live? The only other thing I really wanted to do is take some of these little mini white berries and give little pops of white in there, because I like that there's a little bit of white in this ribbon, and sometimes I just think little tiny pops of white really make things pop. So I'm just going to cut off a few little pieces and see what I think. Yeah, that's my neighbor, Mary Ann, and I don't want her to think I'm ignoring her, but if Mom's still on, can you text her real quick and tell her I'm live? So I'm coming real close to the bow. In between two of the loops. And see what I mean? That just sometimes white just brightens it up. Oh, blooms on a 4-leaf clover are white. Debbie is a virtual cornucopia of information, you guys. And Debbie, how are you feeling? Our friend Debbie, she has helped us out immensely with our shop, and she's been with us from the beginning. She has had a rough few weeks. her and her husband have COVID. Then she was diagnosed with blood clots in her lungs. And the poor thing, her and her family lost their dog, and that's just tough stuff. I hope you don't mind that I'm telling everybody your life story, Debbie. I do have a tendency to overshare. No, it's funny though. My husband said I overshare, but he literally has never met a stranger. I mean, he knows everybody. So it's funny when he's like, you don't have to tell people everything. And I'm like, well, you do. Oh, Debbie, cellulitis in your foot. Girl, I'm sorry. You guys have just had a rough way to go. She said something to me the other day that really resonated with me, because I asked her how she was doing, especially after losing their dog, Lucy. She said it's really tough because she would have been by my side, knowing that I didn't feel good. So I added some white in the top layer. Now I'm just going to cut one long piece here, if I can get it as long as I can. Let me just try something. Yeah, I bet you have. She's had enough. I'm going to lift all the greenery up. I'm going to sneak this piece in under here. So that looks like it's coming from under the greenery. And then I'm just going to take these little pieces. I'm going to tuck them in around the bow. I've got some little pieces of white. I go in between the folds. Just want to make sure you're not letting your glue show. Your big thing is you never want your mechanics to show, whether it's your zip tie, your glue. When I'm done with the project, the last thing I do, usually if it's like a wreath, I might let it hang for a day or two so I can look at it a couple times, see if there's something that's just really jumping out at me. Take a picture of it, see if there's any really bare spots that I need to go back to, stuff like that. But then I check for glue strings. I make sure my foam's not showing, all that kind of stuff. Got one little piece of this. I'm going to come up here. Go in between these two folds here. No, you know what? This is not a kit, but if anybody's interested, I can make a kit with this shamrock. It would have to have different ribbon because today I was using up some of my older partial rolls. But I've got some cute St. Pat's ribbon, so I could definitely um, quickly put a cute kit together because we have the mixed foliage. We have these little white berries. Um, and don't be afraid to get in there if you need to. Everything I use is wired. The ribbon, the picks and sprays. If you need to give something a bend, something, um, you want to make your greenery and florals look as real as possible. So make sure you have all the pieces separated. Give some of like the fern a bend, make it look more realistic. Oh, thank you guys. Oh my goodness. You're so sweet, Shelly, sweet, Carol, thank you. I love these little white flowers. They're just they're just the sweetest little things. And um doesn't that just make the difference on there? So I did this for my friend Colleen. But if she or any of you have any questions, let me know. Tree gave me an idea, and I think I'm gonna go grab one of these and some ribbon, these cute white berries, and our greenery, and list this as a kit because this would be just such a simple, fun thing, really. And if you don't, I mean, let's chat. Let's chat. If you don't have floral foam or floral pins, you can get small zip ties, like these little, I guess this is like 6 inches, but they're skinny, they're clear. You could zip tie these in to the grapevine. You could zip tie your bow in. You could gather up, fluff your greenery, zip tie your greenery in. So I like gluing and pinning and zip tying. Seriously, you guys, especially my parents, they get hit by direct sun, the front of their house. I have seen some really, really stout projects like wreaths and garlands and things that you think are not going to fall apart just disintegrate on their door because of the constant sun. So I think about that when I make something because you don't know, unless it's a special order, you don't know where your project might end up or if it's windy there or it's cold, if it's going to be a covered porch, it's going to get a lot of sun. So I probably overdo it. But I try to make sure my stuff is really in there good. So, oh, okay, Tree. I'm going to actually go out to the garage right now and get one of these and put some stuff together. Like I said, the ribbon will be different because I was using up some of my partial rolls. Don't forget, you guys, Grammy is destashing. And we've sold several destash boxes. She has great taste, and we have had a history of having a shopping problem. So there's plenty of fun stuff to go around. Thanks, Grammy. Thanks for being here, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Thanks for keeping me company while my mom's at home pretending to be sick. Although I do think she feels pretty puny. She was all bundled up over here a few days ago. She had her she had her shawl around her, and I always have the fan going because I'm hot, and she started having a tickle in her throat, and then not long, she was just full-blown sick. So I'm not going to turn the ceiling fan on anymore when she's here. I'm going to get a little fan to blow on me so that I don't get her too cold. So I got to pick a winner for today. Oh, Anna, hi. Oh, that's okay. We're happy that you made it. I'm going to Facebook. Random comment picker. Random comment picker. Oh, Jack's laying in the doorway today. He's been getting in bed. And no, that's not the one I want. Here we go. Get comments. See how many comments. You guys weren't extra chatty today. 89 comments. So before we let this program pick a name, since Anna showed up late, we decorated one of our shamrock grapevines with some mixed greenery and some of the little white berries. See, I think sometimes I just need to be showing you guys some of the stuff we have in the shop, because these little white berries did not photograph well at all. And I'm the worst photographer. There go everyone's names. Rosario, you're a winner. Congratulations. And don't forget, if you sprinkle or bless this live, then you'll be in a drawing tomorrow for a prize. Rosario. I know we have your address, Rosario. Okay. All right, let's go back here, see if I missed any comments. Oh, Anna could see Jack, his little head's just peeking right around the door there. Oh, well, Anna, watch the replay. This one's fun and really simple, but I like it. I think it turned out cute, and I'm pretty critical of myself. So, okay. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for sure. My friend Teresa is going to be here tomorrow. Teresa has a shop called Wreath Addiction RN. Yes, she's a nurse. She's like the best kind of nurse. She has such a big heart. She works in hospice, and she has a shop. She sells mesh, the 10-inch and the 21-inch. She has a huge selection and some attachments. But tomorrow she asked me if I would show her how I make a small centerpiece, and she's going to bring over a little bunny that we're going to add. So make sure that you guys are here tomorrow, because I have a guest, and I will see you then. Bye.